What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's Pokestocks here. In this episode, we're going to be going over elite trainer boxes that you should be picking up this month. I'll be going over Mega Evolution and all of Scarlet and Violet, diving into current prices, where I think they'll be headed in the future, predictions for reprints, etc. So sit back, relax, guys, and enjoy. This is going to be a longer video than usual. This is how our tier list is looking as set up. Buy as many as you can, very solid, buy one or two, pass, or don't be stupid. So again, this is all personal preference. I'll be explaining everything. Let's start off with number one. By the way, join the Discord down below. Okay, let's start off. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Let's start off with Surging Sparks Elite Trainer Boxes. If we currently type them in and see where their current price is at, by the way, I will be looking up these ETBs, so keep that in mind. If we look at the past month, guys, they're currently neutral, not too much value. Past 3 months, down 34%. Past 6 months, down 30%. Past year, up 55%. Obviously, times were a lot different when the Pokemon hype really wasn't here a year ago, so stuff picked up. These ETBs hit an all-time high at around 115, and they've fallen all the way down to the current price point at around $70. Now, Surging Sparks did go through a massive ETB reprint. As a lot of you guys know, they went through Costco with the bundle and with the booster bundle and the ETB. So it just did a massive amount of damage, and unfortunately, it really never recovered. So these ETBs are sitting at around 70, staying there for a hot minute. I do think that Surging Sparks is going to be a set that will be valued and will be wanted after Scarlet and Violet rotates and in a few years from now. But I don't think it's going to be a set that everyone is going to want. So I'm going to put this in the buy one or two. I think for $70, we're very, very close to MSRP. You know, Targets, Walmarts, they are charging around like $60 for ETBs. These are 70. So I've been saying this. I've been saying this a lot more than ever, guys. We are getting very, very close to the MSRP price point. So Surging Sparks being one of them. I think buy one or two is very, very solid. I currently bought two recently for around $60 each. So I got an absolute steal. Next up, we have Stellar Crown. And I just want to make it pretty clear. If you guys are picking up Stellar Crown right now, I think that's one of the stupidest decisions ever. The past year has seen strong growth, but that's because, guys, there's been no reprints, no restocks of these ETBs. 1 year ago, they were $35, and right now they're $93. I'm going to put this in the do not be stupid. I do think that we will, if possible, and if not, I'm just saying this. Stellar Crown is probably one of the most useless sets in the market. If we really look at the chase cards, guys, I mean, let's be real. A Squirtle and a Bulbasaur, it's not that desirable, guys. It's not that desirable. Literally, that's about it in this set, and it just falls off. I think that Stellar Crown is probably one of the worst sets in Scarlet and Violet. I'm sorry if you like I'm sorry if you like Stellar Crown, and I'm just hating on you. It's just not a great set. I do think that these ETBs, listen, if the ETBs are $60, if they get a reprint or a restock, say that does happen, then sure, I would probably say buy it one or two. But $93, guys, there's so many better plays that you can be making with your money. Next up, we do have the one, the only Shrouded Fable. Oops, can't spell today, bro. Shrouded Fable is currently sitting at $80 in ETB. When did you guys think this was going to happen? $80 ETBs? Yeah, I never thought this was going to happen. 1 year ago, these were almost $29 in Elite Trainer Box. $29, guys, 1 year ago. Right now, they're sitting at currently $80 for a market price. Most recent sale at $75. If we really do look at Shrouded Fable, it's not that great. I mean, I don't know why it's not showing me all the chase cards, but maybe if I just click on here. Where's Shrouded Fable? There we go. There's not too much to it, guys. A Vessel card, Persian. It's not that great. I am a little bit optimistic in Shrouded Fable. Like, for that meme set, maybe it just explodes. It's just growing consistently, not having that insane growth. I think Shrouded Fable is going to be a don't be stupid. By the way, Pass and Don't Be Stupid, they're two different. Like, Pass is like, okay, maybe it's not a bad play, but Don't Be Stupid is like, just don't even look at this set. So keep that in mind if you're wondering what these two differences are. Next up, we have Mega Evolution. Honestly speaking, this is where stuff gets a little interesting. Mega Evolution has been a consistent set within the past, you know, I don't know what just happened. It's been a consistent set ever since its release. If we currently look at the Elite Trainer boxes, obviously we're down 31%, and they're continuing to dip in price. They're currently sitting at around $88. I'm going to say, guys, pass on Mega Evolution. It's not a stupid decision to be picking these up, But theoretically speaking, these are going to go through reprints. These are going to go through restocks many more times. So just don't even waste your money on them right now. Again, if you find that MSRP, pick them up. But just it's not that great right now, if you get what I'm saying. Next up, we have Temporal Forces. Excuse me. Temporal Forces is, again, another set that I would like to call it the Stellar Crown, but theoretically speaking, it has a Gengar, and Gengar, if you click on my profile picture, yeah, it's one of my favorites. So I might have a little bit bias towards it, but I do want to make it pretty clear, guys. These ETBs are sitting around $86. If we zoom in the past year, these are going for around $36 1 year ago. Right now, they're sitting at $86. Market price, I'm sorry, recent sale at $90. So these are gaining some substantial value. I do think that Temporal Forces, being one of these older Scarlet and Violet sets, does have that, low chance of getting that reprint / restock. And theoretically speaking, it does have a Gengar. So I could see why people do like this set. But I'm going to put it in the past, guys. Again, not too crazy of an investment play, but again, nothing you should be looking into pouring a lot of money into. Next up, we have Paldean Fates. By the way, I said this in my last video, and I'm going to stick to it because I do think it's very, very accurate. One thing that I'm really, really learning, and I know a lot of you guys are probably saying, obviously, Pokestocks, you didn't know that before? Well, let me just explain myself. What I'm really starting to learn is that quality over quantity is what's going to be the safest play in this market. Like, if you guys are scared of a crash, do not be pouring your money into weaker sets. I'm not saying to, not buy them. Sure, having one or two is not a bad play to diversify your portfolio, but do not be wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars on, freaking Temporal Forces. Like, invest into stronger sets, and I'll be getting to that of some good plays right now, but just keep that in mind as we go through this video. Paldean Fates ETBs up 453%. The past month, they're currently down 5%. Past 3 months, up 37%. These peaked at nearly $300. Guys, I'm just going to say it, and I think it's pretty true on what I'm about to say. Paldean Fates has just gotten so inflated and so saturated that spending $300 on an Elite Trainer box just doesn't seem like a smart play. I hope you're getting what I'm saying, right? This set is just pumped way too high. Again, that's my personal bias towards it. Keep that in mind. I think that there are better plays to be making into the market. I do think that Paldean Fates will eventually calm down just a little bit. Again, as a set is rotating out within a few months, we might not see that massive restock / that massive reprint, but that's definitely in the near future of possibly just coming down a little bit, hopefully. I'm going to put this set in the pass. It's just like $300 guys for an Elite Trader box just seems absurd. There's so many better plays you could be making in the market. Next up, we have Scarlet and Violet Base. I'm not going to be looking this set up because that would be a waste of time, but I'm just going to keep it pretty clear. Scarlet and Violet Base has been a set that I actually invested into. I bought the booster box because I thought it was going to follow the Sword and Shield. And I still do think it will. I think it's not undervalued, but just like underthought set. Like, theoretically speaking, base sets do not have a lot of print, and a lot of people just pass on them. But that's the booster box. This is the ETB. I'm going to put this, guys, in just like the pass section as well. Nothing too crazy. Next up, we have Journey Together. Journey Together has been a personal set that I have loved ever since its release because it truly always has been undervalued for the longest time. We had booster boxes sitting around like $210, $200. I was like, damn, that's pretty cheap. But these ETBs, if we do zoom out, guys, in the past year, we can see that they're currently up 5%, slowly climbing in price. We can slowly see that. But I have my predictions on JT. And again, I'm going to use my personal bias, whatever you want to call it. I do think that JT will go through a Costco / Sam's Club reprint with booster bundles. I think it's more than going to happen because we saw that with Surging Sparks, with Prismatic Evolutions. I think JT is going to be next up in line. So I think, do not be stupid, guys. Do not be investing into JT right now. It's crazy as it might seem. It's just the smart play to be doing. Next up, we have Blackbolt White Flare. By the way, the reason I do want to make it pretty clear, the reason I put JT in the don't be stupid play is just due to the fact, guys, that JT is such a modern set that we are going to have ETB reprints. It's 1000%. We haven't had any since the release, so it's most likely going to happen. And if it doesn't, oh well, I guess I was wrong in that price point. But I'm not investing into JT right now. I think it's not a smart play. We have Blackbolt, White Flare. I did a video where I just put Blackbolt as like the only set because they, theoretically speaking, they are almost the exact same set. But you guys got really pressed. I got a lot of people in the comments calling me stupid. So yeah, I'll just do them separately now. Blackbolt, White Flare, I think are very, very, very strong sets. I love the overall quality of the depth because there's so many great chases. And that's what's really carrying the market right now, guys. A lot of these singles in both Blackbolt and White Flare are just carrying the market. Past 3 months down 5%, past month neutral, past 6 months down 60%. We can see the massive buy volume surge on the release, I believe. Did they get released on July? Was it that long ago? I don't even know. Anyway, massive buy volume spike, and then they slowly climb down. I do think that Blackbolt, White Flare, as it is, hear me out, as Blackbolt, White Flare is a special set and does not have a booster box, then Pokemon is sort of forced to reprint these ETBs, and I do think we will see an ETB reprint. I'm going to put it again in the should I put it in the past or like don't be stupid? You know, because I'm a little nice, I'll put it in the past. I'm gonna put White Flare because they are almost the same thing. But if you guys do want to play it safe, you know, in this hobby for long term, then do what you want. But I do think you should be passing on these. Next up, we have Paradox Rift. Man, let's get to the fun sets, guys. Like, right? Like we're just going through the most boring sets right now. Paradox Rift. Oh my god, $100 in Elite Trainer box. It just sounds absurd, and I think you can agree with me on that, right? I hope we're on the same page. Hopefully, guys, I know that my tier list might not be the best tier list in existence, right? I know probably 95% of you guys are gonna, you know, call me crazy, but at least we can agree on some of the parts. Maybe 80% of my tier list we can agree on. Hopefully that makes sense. We do have Paradox Rift. Being a $100 Elite Trainer box, which is just effing insane. We do have the chase card at $95, the Groudon. I know I said that wrong, forgive me. We have the Altaria sitting around 50, the Roaring Moon, the Garchomp slowly behind those. Here's my thought process on Paradox. I do think it is going to be a Stellar Crown. I do think it's a Temporal Forces. Not too much depth, not too much quality. I do think that Stellar Crown is a don't be stupid ETB play. Next up, we have 151. This is where stuff gets interesting, my friend. You see, if you were to ask me, what is the one set that is going to be sought after Scarlet and Violet? Like, when Scarlet and Violet officially ends, are people going to be wanting 151? Yes. Everyone is going to want this set. ETBs sitting at 400, past month, no movement. That's where stuff gets a little interesting. Should you be spending $400 on a 151 ETB or $400 on a Destined Rivals booster box? That's the comparison in the market that a lot of people are debating right now. And I personally think you should be in that more so. I don't know, man. This is like, I don't know how to answer this question because there's so many different POVs to look at. 151 rotating out, booster boxes possibly not getting another reprint. Like, all of those thought processes could come into the mind. It's just the price point scares me. $400, guys, for an Elite Trainer box is not the smart play. If you're going to be investing into 151, I would say spend the extra 200, the extra 100, whatever, and buy the UPC, because you're going to be getting yourself such a more so niche and top tier product than just buying an Elite Trainer box. So I think I'm going to put the 151 ETB in the pass. Let me make it pretty clear. I got to say this right now. 151 was a great investment a year ago. Those people who bought 151 a year ago were the smart players, right? Now it's really not that great exact play. So keep that in mind. I know that my tier list, I have had nothing in the very solid or buy as many as you can. And that could be a little interesting because some of you guys might be like, Pokesucks, you should put 151 in the buy as many as you can. But would you really spend $2,000 on 5 Elite Trainer boxes? No, right? You wouldn't do that. And if we look at the growth of 151, it's not been growing as much recently. Next up, we have Paldea Evolved. I know that you guys love Paldea Evolved, and I just don't understand why. I mean, it just has a fish as a chase card, but that's what we're currently looking at right now. These ETBs have come down a little bit in price, currently down 4%, peaking at around 130, coming down to around 116. Past year, these were $35 Elite Trainer boxes, 217% growth. Paldea Evolved has been slowing down, and I'm pretty happy to see that personally, but we still have the booster box also coming down a bit as well. The past month coming down 7%, a little bit of a buy volume surge right here. Almost, these were, weren't these almost like $500 at one point, and then they just came down. But yeah, that's what Paldea Evolved is currently looking like right now as a set. I do think that Paldea Evolved is going to be in the pass section as well. It's just the not of a great play. Next up, we have Twilight Masquerade, and this is where the tables get turned a little bit. I do want to make it pretty clear, I am not a big believer in Twilight as a great set. Don't get me wrong, it is good, but I want to show you guys one thing. These ETBs are the cheapest ETBs on the market, sitting around $65. This is practically MSRP. Call me crazy, call me stupid, but these are MSRP, guys. GameStop, Target, Walmart charge $60 for Elite Trainer boxes now, at least for majority of them. I know there's a few that they don't charge $64, but these are practically MSRP if you want to include the tax and everything like that. So take that as what you want. Twilight Masquerade is a MSRP Elite Trainer box, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to put this in the at least by 1 or 2. I know, you guys, I know, Pokesucks, you're putting Twilight Masquerade instead of in front of 151. I'm unsubbing. Go ahead and do what you want. I don't really care that crazy, but that's where, guys, please hear me out on this. I'm going to repeat myself so I don't lose you guys in terms of respect or just like thinking of me as a cool guy. The market, I'm going based off pricing. I'm going based off restocks. I'm going based off reprints. I'm going based off rotations, right? A lot of this stuff, I'm going to say it, you missed out, man. You should be picking up 151 a year ago. You should have been picking up freaking Paldean Fates a year ago. They're just not as great plays. Will Paldean Fates hit $600? Is it going to 2x? Or is Surging Sparks going to 2x? What has a better chance of happening? Surging Sparks going from 70 to 140? Or Paldean Fates going from 300 to 600? Obviously Surging Sparks. So hopefully you understand the ratio here, right? Maybe it's not all about the big money. It's just about 2xing, 3xing. That's more important. And of course the set quality. Like, there's so many depth reasons of how I could go far into this video. Next up, guys, we do have Prismatic Evolutions, and here I might gain some of you back. I do think that Prismatic was a great play during these summer months. I think a lot of us can agree on that, right? When Prismatic ETBs were $100, and now they're pushing $136. I do still think, yes, I still do think that we are going to have another reprint of these in the near future, but obviously Pokemon has to focus on a lot of the other sets right now, so probably not anytime soon, but I do think that next year we are going to have some of these. So I'm going to put the Prismatic in the buy 1 or 2. Listen, if you're in this hobby for long term, I think picking up Prismatic Evolutions is not a bad play at all. We have Obsidian Flames. I'm not really going to look it up because we know it's just a Charizard set and people love Charizard. But 100, I believe, $50 for an ETB is just a little bit too crazy in my personal experience for a Charizard. Darkness Ablaze was like $130 ETB, got reprinted, shot all the way down to $30. So take that for what you want. I do think that Obsidian Flames is going to be a pass. And lastly, we have Destined Rivals. And Destined Rivals is sitting at 118 in ETB. The top chase card being the Mewtwo, pushing 600. Booster boxes, again, recovering from that reprint. This set is very, very strong, but here's my thought process, and I'm going to go a little bit crazy, as I always do in my videos, but I do think, guys, what is going to happen with Destined Rivals ETBs is that they are going to go through a Costco/Sam's Club reprint. That's a prediction, a little bit wild, but I've actually gained a lot of support on that. A lot of people in the comments, a lot of people in the Discord saying Pokestocks, that actually could happen. I actually do agree with you. And guys, if you really do think about it, Surging Sparks was this exact same scenario, and I will look it up and I'll prove it to you guys, right? Surging Sparks pumped all the way up to 115 on Elite Trainer box, and then a lot of people were calling it, man, these are going to get reprinted, guys. These are going to be reprinted. Do not be buying it at that price point. Look. Pumping all the way up to 115. This is exactly Destined Rivals right now. I said it. I was telling you guys, do not be picking up Surging Sparks at 115. That's the stupidest play you could be doing, and look at that. We fall all the way down to 72. So take that for what you want. I think Destined Rivals is a stupid play to be investing into the Elite Trainer boxes. Of course, there's other plays that you could be making for Destined. I'm not saying that Destined Rivals is a bad play. Remember, guys, this is the Elite Trainer box ranking. Unfortunately, there's not that many great opportunities in the market. As you can see, I put nothing as the buy many as you can because realistically speaking, there's nothing that is going to, 5x, 6x anymore. It's just not what's going to happen. So I know this list is very controversial. I know I'm going to get a lot of questions, but what do you guys think? Like, overall, do you think my list is solid? Okay, and by the way, I'll put Destined Rivals in front of Stellar Crown before you guys call me crazy. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one, chat. Peace out.